Okay, Casper, what you doing? What you guys doing? Okay, Casper, come here. Casper, come here. Let's see if I see you. Oh, you're so big. Look at this big boy. Look at this big boy. He's a big boy, doggy. Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday morning. There's Casper, the wonder dog. He's playing around with Mountain, the older dog. They're under my feet over here. And here we are. Quarantine mo, eh? Still happening. Well, it's beginning to open up in certain places. Los Angeles is not one of the faster counties to be opening up here in California, but it's a beautiful day here in California, and we trust you are doing well. Obviously, this big transformation that's happening is a one day at a time thing. So we gotta do it one day at a time. We want to thank North Carolina is in the house. Honolulu is in the house. Oh my God. Who else is in the house? Oh, they're coming from all over the place. I'm waving. Hi, everybody. Good to see you this morning. Everybody's coming in. So anyway, I think what really we need to realize in this time, because even if you're getting out, it's not quite enough. You can't quite get social, certainly not getting very many hugs out in the regular world. So what we need to do is be still and know. And so today I want to talk to you a little bit about the law of specialization, because Oregon is in the house. Hi, guys. What we know is that, everybody's connected. Everything's interrelated and interconnected. We saw this when we first saw the planet photographed from the moon. We saw there's only one Earth. And we realized that everybody is interconnected. Yet at the same time, everybody is also special. So some of you may have remembered, if you've been listening to me over the years, it's a story that happened to me when I was in 8th grade. It was a small private school, and we were switching rooms from math class to the science class. And apparently a lot of the 8th graders were getting excited as they were moving around and playing. And somehow the teacher decided that I was the cause of all the ruckus. I don't know that I was, but that's what the teacher said. And the teacher, I guess, had too much caffeine or whatever that morning, and he jumped up and he came into my face, and he put his face right into mine, and he said, "Who do you think you are? Something special?" And I looked at him curiously, and I said, "Yes." He sent me off to the principal's office, and the principal thought it was kind of amusing. But the reason I tell the story is when people ask the question, who do you think you are, it's up to us to know that we are something special. Each one of us is born in the image and likeness of the one, whole, complete, and perfect. And if we're born in the image and likeness of the one, and we're whole, complete, and perfect, well, that doesn't just happen automatically. The biblical line is, be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. Now, that be still and know that I am God is happening two places. It's happening both in the universal I am, meaning the I am that is the I am presence that was alluded to when Moses asked Pharaoh, Moses asked God, who is it, by what authority am I supposed to do all of this stuff? And God answered, tell them I am that I am. So that a name for this thing that we call source or the beginning is the I am. But it's also the first part of what I am. It's the way I announce my being. I am. Right? Now, when we go further than that, we go, I am an immortal spiritual being, superior to my mind, to my body, and to my experience. Superior to my mind, body, and experience. So that's telling us not that we don't have a mind, body, and experience, but that what I am is greater than that. The I am is a sum total of my mind, my body, my experience. Now, what we also know is happening through your mind is your perception of how you're doing, how you feel, how you are, whether or not you are special. So when I answered that teacher and said, I am special, is because I have come to learn, and I knew even then as a young boy, that of course I'm special. Everybody's unique. Everybody is special. So it's very important that we identify with ourselves as special. And here's where the law of divine protection comes in, and really the theme of what I wanted to talk about today, because in all of this empirical data that you're hearing about COVID-19 and who's getting it and who's susceptible and what's happening, is they're picking ages, they're picking underlying health conditions, they're picking things in the body of affairs, all the way into the body of your physical being, saying that these things are relative. But divine protection does not happen starting in the body. Certainly your immune system is happening in the body, but your immune system is responding to who you are on the inside. It's responding to whether you believe there is a pattern of perfection that's the beginning of your existence. That before I came into being, the divine idea of my individualization, the divine idea of me, just as the divine idea of you, is perfect, whole, complete, and perfect. And we need to be still and know that I am that. I am whole, complete, and perfect. Now what happens is what we call the Buddhists call the monkey mind, which is the repetition of thought. They say that 97% of your thoughts at any given day are old thoughts. They're repetitive thoughts. They're just running through your brain. However, there's a little opening there for new ideas. If you're paying attention, if you're going past the chattering of your mind, there's an opening to a new idea. And that's what's happening in this quarantine. We're being asked to be still, and sometimes no options to be still. To be still and to, in the stillness, know that everything is okay. That I am whole, complete, and perfect. I'm whole, complete, and perfect. One of the affirmations I use every day is I am grateful, the I am presence. The I am presence, that is the original idea of me, my actual soul, the eternal nature of myself. I am that. I am that, and it is guiding, guarding. So I say my I am presence governs my mind, my body, my home, and all the affairs of my life. I'm grateful that the I am presence governs my mind, my body, my home, and all the affairs of my life. Now, in terms of age or wherever you're putting yourself, and like, oh, I'm in danger because I'm a certain age or I'm a certain time. Here comes the sun. How many people do you know? Look across your life that some people that you know are 60 years old, and they're vibrant, and they're dynamic, and they're creative, and they're powerful, and they're joyful, and they're having fun. And some people are 60 years old, and their body is failing, their mind is failing, they've got no youthful enthusiasm happening in their being. Well, how does that happen? It's not the same for everybody. The philosopher Ernest Holmes said something very interesting. He said, the trained mind has more power than the untrained mind. So when I say I'm divinely guided, guarded, directed, and protected, it's not that Harry is being singled out by God to be divinely guided, guarded, protected, and directed. It's not that at all. It's the fact is I don't want this chair to send me over the cliff. Well, it's not a cliff, it's a little ledge where the cement ends. Anyway, that statement is happening according to our belief in it. I am guided, divinely guided, guarded, directed, and protected. That's coming to us based on our consciousness. So when Ernest Holmes says the trained mind has more power than the untrained mind, if I'm dwelling in negativity, if I'm dwelling in fears and doubts, and I continue to dwell in fears and doubts, my whole system is going to be responding to that level of fear and doubt and even stress, right? So we have to find a way to steer away from those negative thoughts, from the fears, from the doubts, from the stresses, and find ourselves living, immersing ourselves in this reality that I am one with the one, that this pattern of perfection is the truth about me, and that I am leaning into this, I'm rising up to this pattern of perfection Even as the newspaper is telling me about the disease, even the statistics are telling me about who's getting it, I'm radiant, vibrant, dynamic health. I have to go in front of. So there's a triune nature, what we call a triune nature to who we are. This triune nature is spirit, mind, and body. And this is, of course, what everybody, the world is waking up to. That, yes, we need to attend at every level. Yes, you should tend to your body. Yes, you should tend to physical rules. So if we're learning that a virus is spreading by means of being too close to somebody that we can be affected that way, then we need to be mindful of that and not challenge those rules, but at the same time know that if we cooperate with the laws, like the laws of electricity, if I cooperate with the laws, I can use it for a toaster. If I put the toaster in the bathtub, it'll kill me. So we have to cooperate with the laws as we understand them, but also know, and it's what we talked about for several weeks, there are transcendental laws, laws that transcend the physical. And when we begin to move up, first we take care of the body, now then we have to watch the mind. We cannot let these fears and doubts and negativities and all of the data, so much data coming in about, who's getting sick, how many people are passing away, what's happening. The other side of that coin is the vast majority of people are not getting sick. The vast majority of people are finding a way to cope. The vast majority of people are healthy. And so what we need to do is bring that spiritual law by invoking, meaning using our mind, to call in those patterns. There's a pattern of perfection in which I was born, the image and likeness of the One. God did not design anything other than perfection, wholeness. And mine is then to lean up, to rise up into that pattern and to call it into my being. One of the great lines is, I am one with my radiant, vibrant, dynamic health. I am one with my youthful exuberance. I am one with the pattern of youth and vitality, and I call that pattern into my being today. I call the pattern into the being today. I am that pattern. You see, every time I affirm the direction of the I am that I am, affirm it as whole, complete, and perfect, what we begin to see is that it's not statistics that is running our lives. It is not statistics that is running our lives. It's consciousness. The sum total of everything I think, say, do, and feel is creating this consciousness. And if my consciousness is clear, if my consciousness is affirmative, if my consciousness is rising up into the divine, then I am going to be specializing the law. I'm causing the law not to make me special, because everybody can specialize the law. Everybody can call in that pattern of wholeness. Everybody can rise up, but they don't know how to do it, or they don't know that they have the right to do that. That I'm a co-creator with the divine, discovering and revealing that divinity. That divinity is the wholeness of my life. And God, source, energy, creator, did not design you that you had to suffer. God designed you to discover love. And another way of saying discover love is to have fun living. But it's not, I can't just have fun living if I'm out in the external world doing fun things. Like, let's say if you like to water ski and you say, well, I went and water skied, but you can't water ski 24 hours a day. Even if you're an advanced water skier, you can probably water ski maybe an hour or two actually on the skis. That'd be a lot, right? You can't stay in the water that long. But you could have the experience of water skiing as a highlight. But if you call that experience into a communion with the divine, God and I are water skiing. God and I are in this walk in nature. God and I, the energy and I, the I am that I am, is with me, guiding, guarding, directing, protecting, leading me. This is what this time is giving us an opportunity to do, to sink deeper into this spiritual aspect of our being and to call that spiritual aspect into our physical lives. And this is going to strengthen our immune system. It's literally going to cause the divine light of protection to be around you. It's going to guide you into the right places to go, the right discoveries to make, the right things to buy, the right things that your body needs. All of these things will be revealed one idea at a time as we begin to align with this I am self. Age is not determining what's happening to you. Your DNA is not even determining what's happening to you. What's determining what's happening to you is the state of your consciousness, the state of your awareness. Where are you putting your attention? And as we begin to put our attention upstairs, meaning into this pattern of wholeness, into this perfection, into this reality of the divine as me, and we call it into our being as often as we can remember. We call it into our being as often as we can remember. I am with the divine right now. Right now, I'm guided, guarded, divided, guided, and protected. Right now, this greater good is revealing itself. Right now, there's an opportunity in this day that I have yet seen. I'm going to have to move the table a little bit more, so sorry for the vibrating. We're getting stuck over here. So that sun is coming around. This is telling us that the summer solstice is coming. I might have to find a new location. I'm out of space over here. Anyway, so you get the idea. If we begin to steer away from those fears and negative feelings and doubts and steer toward that which is light and love and truth and the things that we want. In other words, you're not going to get divine protection if you don't believe there's a divine protection. You're not going to get divine guidance if you're not asking for a divine guidance. You're not going to get a sense of being related to all of life if you're not looking into life to see your relationship to all of life. We did not come to have this COVID experience in our human experience as the sum total or the sunam bonum, the high moment or important moment of our lives. What's going to be the sunam bonum, the high moment, the place that is the sum total of the good, is going to be where we go from here, who we recognize ourselves as being, how we recognize ourselves as guided, guarded, protected, and directed, how we tune in to this aliveness that is in us, and how we can rely on the infinite. It was Alfred Lord Tennyson said, anchor yourself on the infinite, on that you can rely. And that's what we're learning to do in this time, is to anchor ourselves in the infinite, knowing that this perfect power is available by means of where I am putting my attention. Where my attention goes, my energy flows. So is your attention going to that which is scaring you, or is your attention going to the greater good that's emerging? Is your attention going to the new victories that are going to come in the reunions with your family, with your friends, with your beloveds? Is your attention going to come to the point when we know it's healthy and good, we know hugs are healthy, and when we know that we're vibrant and strong and everybody else is vibrant and strong, we can start resharing that energy and connecting in healthy connections, in healthy relationships, in healthy love, and be so conscious of that love and where it is in our lives. As I've been hearing from so many of you, and we invite you to go to newthought.com and check the social page. You can find stuff up there, but the main thing there is that you can send this message, if it's beneficial to you, send it to as many people as you know. For what we're doing is we're rising up together into a place where we can connect in love in a higher and deeper and more meaningful way than we've ever done before. Now imagine your life where everything is filled with those colors and the textures of belonging and being. And so it's not your age. Doesn't matter how old you are. Consciousness is guiding, guarding, protecting me. My awareness in the divine and my call up to it and bringing it into my experience, this is what's keeping me safe. This is what's causing me to grow. This is what's causing me to feel a deeper level of love, a deeper level of belonging. Where I put my attention every day, daily we meditate, we become still. We allow ourselves to touch that place where we can now then, with faith and conviction, call in this divinity into our love, into our lives, into all the loves of our lives. See, as we just start to think about I am that, breathe it in, allowing just as if it were a cascade of white light pouring in from just above the top of your head, and allow it to flow in you and as you and through you. This is where we're connecting This is where we're bringing the divine into our experience, and this is where the rubber meets the road. Not God or source out in some distant place, but God or source as immediately present and available to us right now. I am that. There is one power. That power is perfect. That power is the life of source, and that power is my life now. It is the power that's beating your heart in this very moment. Bring it into your awareness every day, as often as you can, and notice how much better. Just take a 7-day experience between now and next Tuesday. Every day, try to remember to call in the divine and call it into your experience. I am one with the one, and that one is walking with me today in dynamic, powerful, creative, and joy-filled ways. You are the beloved of the Most High. Who do you think you are? Something special? Oh yes, you are something very special. You are the beloved of the Most High. And the difference is that you know it, and that you use it, and that you walk with it. I'll be here next week on Coffee with Casper. Share this with your friends. Let people know. We'll get together next week. We'll share, we'll love, and we'll see how much bigger this puppy gets every day. It's been my honor and privilege to be with you, sending you lots of love and hugs. Until next week, bye for now. I invite you to go in the light, as the light, and with the light. May the long-time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide you on your way. Bye for now.